Hey, Tides parents and players, Coach Mark here. And I've been getting a lot of questions about gear, helmets, bats, gloves. And instead of spending a lot of time typing this all up, I thought I would just send this all out in a video message to you. So let me walk you through what I purchased for my son, for my player. Now, this is just preference, a lot of this stuff. By all means, it does not mean that you need to go out and purchase all this gear. But let me give you some of my advice. As far as purchasing, yes, you can get this stuff on Amazon. Very easy to order it. But I highly, highly encourage you to go buy this in person. And the store that most parents go to, most coaches go to in the Bay Area is West Coast Sports in San Leandro. The owner there loves to help people out. He's very talkative, loves to walk you around the shop and show you what to get. It's one of the largest shops in America, I think. It's huge, lots of stuff. So go to West Coast Sports, tell them that your son is in AA, Little League in Alameda, and obviously bring the kid with you if you can. And he'll size them up. A lot of this gear they have to try on. They have to put the glove on their hand, hold the bat in their hand, put the helmet on. The best way to buy it is to try it on. All right, so let's jump right in. Let's start with glove. Now, for most of you, I would say that your kids are probably going to need around a size 11-inch glove. That's what my son Bowden uses. Could be a little bit smaller with the smaller child. Bo's a little bit on the bigger side. But you should not need to go much bigger than this. So this is an 11-inch infielder's glove. Almost everyone on our team, I believe everyone on our team throws right-handed. So you're catching with your left, but this is a right-hand throwing glove. Just for perspective, Major League Baseball players, full-grown male adults on the infield are using around 11 3/4. They don't need to go much bigger than this. Some are even down to 11 1/4. So for our kids, 11-inch, even a little bit smaller would be good. My advice is if your player wants to get the bigger outfielder's glove, I'm not going to stop them, but I would highly recommend an infielder's glove. You can catch any ball with an infielder's glove. You can use this in the outfield. The outfield gloves are like 13, 14 inches. They're huge. They're a lot harder to use on the infield. So I would encourage you to keep something around 11-inch size. All right, now for helmets, any color you want. By the way, we will have an extra helmet for the team, so you don't need a helmet just for your player. A lot of players like to have it. It is convenient for them to have their own helmet since there are drills where everyone has to have a helmet on in order to go into a certain area. It's great if everybody has their own, but if you can't get your own, you can use the team helmet. I'm not going to say much about sizing. They do have to try it on and make sure it fits. This is an Evo Shield. These are pretty popular, but you can get any brand. This is made by Wilson. There's lots of great helmets out there. Now, what I did want to share, though, is this little piece right here. This is optional. In AA, your kids, a lot of them are going to be thinking about getting hit by the pitcher. It's just the nature of moving from a machine pitch to a kid pitch. I got this for Bo, and it did improve on his confidence. He felt a little bit more safe in the batter's box. I think it's called just a face shield. They're great. I highly encourage these. If you're going to buy one, two things. Make sure you buy one that fits the brand of the helmet because the screws match up just for that helmet. So make sure it's made by the helmet manufacturer. Also, make sure it's on the right side. Bo's the only, I think, left-handed hitter on the team. His is on this side. All the other players will have it on this side. They'll be right-handed hitters. The guard will be on this side here. Again, go to West Coast Sports. They have these there. Also have the helmets, of course. Don't have to buy a helmet. You can use the team helmet, but a lot of players like to have their own helmet. Bats. All right, if you are buying your child a bat or have a bat that you want them to use in our games, all bats have to be stamped. Let's see here. USA Baseball. All right, if that is not stamped, and they do check before every game, every bat is checked, that's not on there, they will not be able to use it in the game. Must have that on there. All right. Two other things. The barrel width, 2 5/8. That will tell you that it's for Little League. If you see something 2 1/4, that's for T-ball. So you want 2 5/8. Then really after that, as long as you got the stamp, as long as it's made for Little League, I would encourage you to think about the length. So it's at the bottom of the bat. Let's see if I can get to zoom in. Most players are going to have that says 29, between 27 and 29-inch bat. Maybe some of the taller players on our team, maybe they want to try a 30-inch bat, but I would not go much higher than that. Smaller players, I don't think anyone's below a 27. So 27 to 29 inch is the right size. Again, head over to West Coast. He'll size your player up. He'll actually even give them a little bit of a hitting lesson, let them head off the tee with different bats, and you'll pick the right one for them. But you have to have the USA stamp on. You don't have to buy your own bat. We do have team bats. I'll have a 27-inch and a 29-inch ready to go for other players. But a lot of players do like having their own bat. Makes them feel really cool. All right, so now for shoes, cleats. What I would share with cleats is I found them to be a little bit narrower than the average shoe. I do wish I had bought a slightly larger cleat for Bo. I bought his normal shoe size, and he was really feeling cramped and uncomfortable in these right out of the gate. So that's one thing. They do run a little bit tight. The full-on cleat that you see here gives you lots of traction, and these are great for traction. There's two downsides to a cleat. One is that they can be uncomfortable if they're worn for many hours. And two is as they walk around the parking lot, these cleats will start to wear down very quickly. So encourage your kids to wear a different shoe, like a slip-on, to the field. Throw this on when you get there. Another thing I'd have you consider is I got Bowden turf shoes. These are considered cleats in a way. They have little knobs on the bottom. They're meant to be played baseball in, but they're way more comfortable. So I got these for him for practice. He can wear these for hours at a time. His feet don't get sore. If you compare, these are called turf shoes. A baseball turf shoe to a baseball cleat, the turf shoe is a little bit wider, a little bit more roomy. And honestly, I can tell you, he just wears these during the games. He really stopped wearing the cleat. I'm going to try to get him back into cleats, but I know that these turf shoes are more comfortable. But I haven't seen much slippage in these. I really have never seen him slip or fall running the bases in these. So the turf shoes do work, but most players are wearing the cleats. What else? Oh, speaking of protection and the psyche of the batter, Bowden also felt a lot better standing in the batter's box with balls being hurled at him when he got one of these elbow guards. A lot of players were getting these when they first entered into Double-A. Made them feel a little bit safer. It goes on your elbow. It protects your elbow and your forearm and a little bit of your bicep. These are great. You will be wearing it on the arm that faces the pitcher, but I'm pretty sure they're symmetrical in the sense they can go on either arm. So I'll let you try one of these if your batter wants to see what it's like to hit with one of these. This one's a little bit thicker. This brand is called G-Form. These are what most kids are using. They're actually a little pricier than you'd think. They're like $40 for just this thing, but it goes really well for their psychology of feeling confident. They have thinner ones like this, not as much protection, and even really thin ones that are just more like a sock. So a lot of players are wearing the arm guard. Those are totally optional, by the way. Cups. All right, all boys have to have these. It is a rule. They have to have a cup, and with it, they're going to need a supporter for the cup to go into. Now, if your child does not wear a cup during the game, they'll probably not get busted by the umpire. But the umpire can, and at times could check to make sure the kids are wearing them. Specifically, the catchers have to have them. They will check catchers from once in a while. The cup goes into a supporter, and what I will share is that the supporters, and the ones that I got for Bo that he really likes, they come with pads in them, hip pads. I think they might market these as sliding shorts. So for a player who's going to be sliding into a base or just sliding, trying to catch a ball, they have pads on the sides. So I kind of like this. They don't add too much bulk. Here's another pair that we have here by Champ Pro. It's got the pads on the side. Also kind of helps with their confidence sitting in the batter's box. If a ball hits them in the hip, you got a little bit of padding there. But again, they have to have a protective cup and a supporter to hold it in. If they do not want to wear the cup because it is uncomfortable, they can just put this on as they go to practice, and then right when the practice or the game starts, they can slide the cup in. The cup slides in and out really easy, so they can just wait to the last moment to put the hard cup in. Let's see. For pants, we'll wait on pants until we find out what our uniform color truly is. We know our uniform is going to be black. We don't know how much of the front is going to be the green logo, so we're waiting to see it before we pick the pants. These are gray pants. We probably will go with gray this year. I do want to call out that there are pants that also have some protective liner in here, just a little bit of thicker material to help with sliding. Okay, but hold off on buying pants for now. When it comes to socks and belt, hold off on buying these till we pick our color, but these are some green socks. We may go with belt we may go with. They have these all at West Coast Sports as well. Our jerseys, like I said, going to be black. This is one from last year. We'll have our green and whitish logo on the front. We'll have our name on the back here. Let's see here. And we'll be putting our name and number on there. All right. So Melissa can help with the names. We'll be using first names this year. The numbers will already be put on there, and they will be white like this. Let's see. 2 more things. When it comes to sweatshirts, we highly recommend sweatshirts. We're going to get sweatshirts made. They're with our team logo on the front. These are optional. They're probably going to be a little pricey, maybe $40. We'll see if we can get it down to 25 if we do some of our own work. But what is really cool about them is they will have their number and name on the back. Anything you're going to wear during a game has to have their number, not their name, but their number. So there's no jacket, no sweatshirt that you can just bring to the game and have your kid throw on. It gets pretty cold out there. Some of our games are going to be cold. Sweatshirt was used by every kid on our last team. The kids love hoodies. I would highly encourage you to get one of these when we order them. And then last but not least is if they're also cold, they can wear an undershirt. You can ask your kid if they want to do the compression, tighter shirt underneath. They don't add a lot of warmth, but they're better than nothing. Or more loose fit athletic shirt like this, athletic breathable material. Those are your undershirts. I think I've covered everything. Gear bags are great. Don't have to have it. What's nice about a baseball specific bag is they have pockets on the side for the bat to slide in. Kids love walking up to the park with their bat sticking out. But don't have to have a baseball specific bag. So that's it. Lots of stuff there. A lot of this is optional or a preference or a taste that you have. When in doubt, just come and talk to me before you buy anything. And again, you can always head over to West Coast Sports and ask them all the questions that you want. So I hope that helps. I hope that covers everything. And we'll talk to you at our next practice or game. Talk to you soon.